Good morning. It is February. I mean, it is February. I'm just trying to think of the date. I can't. It's Saturday morning. I've got a 50-minute endurance run in my training plan for today. So I'm about to do that now. It's a nice 8 degrees Celsius outside. It's overcast. You know, it's dry, it's nice. I'm not feeling super enthused to go out because, I don't know, chilly, overcast weather isn't always my favourite of the weather types, but it's not raining, it's not windy, and it's not too cold, so whatever. I'm at the end of my second week of my first ever personal training plan. And not a personal trainer in the typical sense that I would normally think about it, where they kind of, you know, you go to the gym and they just like tell you what to do. This is a online community. You kind of fill out your aims and blah blah blah. It's specifically for triathlon, and I've never done anything like this before, which is probably my problem because I book like races and then none of them match up. none of the distances are related, or even the types are related to even what I'm doing. And then I get injured and I don't train properly because I don't know what that would even look like. So I thought this year I will train properly for the races that I'm doing, and they will be logical races for my aims and goals. And that's what I'm following. And this, I've discovered, works extremely well for the type of motivation that motivates me. That is why I am really tired after a full fortnight now of training. But I'm going to go out this morning, and I do feel really positive about it, even though the weather's not like very inspiring. I do feel really positive about it because it's on my training plan, so I've got to do it, right? Let's go. I'm almost a kilometre in, and I do feel warm in myself. My skin feels cold, but it's kind of refreshing. So this is my third training run of the week. So for the last 2 weeks I've been doing 3 runs a week. 45, 35, 50-minute runs, that kind of thing. Always time, not distance, which is interesting. And it's good because it means it doesn't really matter what the terrain is. Obviously, if I'm doing distance on a tarmac road, path, whatever, it's going to be a lot further than if I'm doing the same time on a trail, or vice versa. If I'm doing distance on a trail, it'll take me longer to do the same distance. Squirrels! Oh, Flo. Look at him. He's got a acorn in his mouth. Hi. They're like liquid squirrels. They just sort of flow. They're so cool. Anyway, so these training runs are all time, not distance. They're also, some of them have interval sessions in them. So you sort of run at a sort of steady pace, and then you might do some intervals of flat out, I'm gonna die kind of running, which is something I've always known I should be doing, but because I've had no guidance, because I haven't really sought any, didn't really know how to structure that, and so I just put it off because it's painful, you know. So I just sort of always run like a desired distance usually, and it's always normally at the same speed, which is probably a bit too quick a lot of the time, but not in a way that benefits my speed. Anyway, so this training plan seems a lot better, as you would expect, because it's been put together by a professional triathlete. Yes, so this is my third training run of the week. Currently I'm running on Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays. Obviously I've got the bike component of triathlon training, so I'm on the bike. No, I run Mondays, Thursdays and Saturdays, and I'm on the bike Tuesdays and Fridays, which is currently Zwift in the turbo trainer in my garage, because it's cold and dark outside and wet, sometimes icy, a lot of potholes and dead leaves. Not really ideal bike training situation, environment, whatever. So I do all my winter training on Zwift turbo trainer. I still go out for bike rides in the winter, mainly mountain biking, but they're just for fun. So I don't count them, I mean they're good for strength I guess, but I don't count them as training because I'm literally just like, whoa, let's go mountain biking on a Sunday. So yeah, I'm doing the bike Tuesdays and Fridays, and that can be an hour, hour and a half kind of sessions. Often they've got intervals in them as well, which I really enjoy. Intervals on the bike. Do not enjoy intervals on the run. I do love it on the bike. Love the burn. So yeah, I'll be doing that. And then swimming on Wednesdays. At the moment, only because Wednesdays is the day that I know I'm next to a swimming pool. Every Wednesday I work in a co-working space that is literally a 2-minute walk from an amazing swimming pool. And because I have quite flexible working, I can swim at like 3 o'clock in the lanes when it's really quiet. So I love that. When it gets closer to race season, it's currently February as I said, beginning of February. When it's closer to race season, I will start swimming more, but also my local pool will open in April, and that's an outdoor pool around the corner of my house. So I should be able to swim more then, and that'll be great. So what I've really found about this training plan is that it perfectly appeals to the way my mind works when it comes to motivation. Even when I'm really tired after work and the last thing I want to do is a strength training session, which is also included twice a week in the plan, like normally it'd be very difficult to motivate myself to do that, or even go for a run sometimes, or get on the bike. But this, because it's in the plan, I do the plan. And it's easier. I don't have to motivate myself so much because the plan is telling me what to do, so I just follow the plan. No motivation required. So that's good. That's made a big difference. Another thing I think that helps me stay, another thing that helps me stay motivated is that because I've signed up to this training plan, I'm paid for it. It's like €40 a month or something, which isn't very much for when it comes to these things, and it's a lot cheaper than obviously a personal trainer, which I don't know if you would really need. Obviously running and cycling are quite solo sports in this sense anyway, but because I've paid for it, and it's, it's not just some random AI tool, like this is a real person putting together, like reading my comments, answering, really thinking about what my goals are and then putting together this plan for me, and then keeping up to date with what I'm doing, here and there. It's like I'm taking myself more seriously, and I can't blame lack of training or sporadic training on, I can't blame not ideal circumstances, race results, injuries, whatever, on failure to plan, as they say. And so, I think so often we deliberately sabotage ourselves so that we have an excuse of why things didn't work out or whatever. But when you take that excuse away and start taking yourself seriously, then you're sort of giving yourself that message that's just like, no, I want to do this, so I'm going to do it. Like, obviously it's going to be hard. Of course it's going to be hard. What's the point otherwise? But also, if it wasn't hard, I mean, I wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't difficult, right? So yeah, I don't know. That's another part of the training plan, which I love, is that it's made me take myself and my training more seriously and stop thinking, well, I'm not an athlete. I'm not one of those runners who is like winning stuff or was really impressive, blah, blah. You know, I'm not making, I don't know, I'm not working towards anything, because that's a lie. Like, I am working towards stuff, races, events. So I should probably just take myself a bit more seriously, and also just be nice to my body, because when you don't, I'm walking up like a massive hill from the river valley right to the top of the hill. That's what happens when you live in a valley. Look at this. Don't know if you can tell how steep that is. It's pretty steep. Luckily, National Trust have cut in some steps. What was I saying? Yes, I need to be kind to my body, because when you don't train properly, then you get injured and you stress your body out, and then you have to take longer breaks. Then you get back, but you want to get back at your same pace as before, so you do that, and then you get injured even more. It's a stupidity loop. So if I follow the plan, if I listen to my body, I take care of it, I prime it, I feed it, I train, then, you know, someone said that your body is like a house that you have to live in for the rest of your life. So you need to take care of it. I do take care of my body, but when it comes to training, like sporadic training, not so much. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking now, because it's even harder to walk up a steep hill holding what is quite a heavy camera and talking at the same time, and thinking. Thinking is hard, especially on a Saturday. I like being up here. You can see all the height I've gained. Genuinely never been along this path before. I didn't even know it existed until I planned this route yesterday. And this is a route that, like, I've done it a million times, like slightly different variations of it. And it's not in a huge area. So, but I've never seen this path. Like, I don't know if it's on, I don't know, but it was on Komoot, which is the app I use to plan all my routes, all my running routes and cycling routes, which I also work for, so I'm just going to get that out there. But yeah, it was on Komoot, and now it's here. It's a public footpath, which is amazing. Like, this is not very far from my house, and I did not know it existed. And I love a new path. I love a new path. Especially a secret new path, to me, anyway, like this. I think I just had a woodpecker. Anyway, I'm almost home, sort of, about 10 minutes from home. So far, 2 weeks in, this is the end of the 2 weeks for my training plan. My first race isn't until May, so I've got a while to get fitter, stronger, faster, better. But yeah, tell me if you have a training plan, how long you've had on board, do you enjoy it, downsides, upsides, whether it's changed your life. Yeah, thanks for joining this video, thanks for coming on this run with me. Hope you get some nice outdoorsy time this weekend, or whenever you're watching this. And yeah, see you in the next one. Bye!